Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Compact Tech and Gadgets, and today we're going to be taking a look at the DJI Neo 2. Now, this is an upgrade from the DJI Neo, the original one. Now, with the 2, you get a few upgrades, a few bump ups that I definitely think are definitely worth the upgrade. I'll let you guys know straight off the back. I'm super happy with this purchase, and it's probably going to be the drone that I use the most, and you'll guys see why in a bit. But right now, let's just do an unboxing and first impressions so you guys could kind of see what you get in the box when you first purchase it. Now, this is the drone only version, but they do have other versions to let you guys choose depending on what's your needs. So let's just go into it so you guys can see what comes in the package when you first receive it in the mail or out the store. So obviously, you do get the drone in a little plastic bag. Right here, you get an extra propeller guard. Sorry, a propeller itself. It's only one, I believe, in there. And another one right here. So you got two right there. You have a USB-C to a USB-C cable. And then inside here, let's open it up just so you guys can see. I know if a lot of you are like me, you don't really care about the manual and stuff like that, especially if you've already owned one. Now, if this is your first drone, then I definitely recommend for you guys to read the manual. That way you don't get intimidated by it. You don't feel scared of losing it in the air or anything like that. You get a cool sticker, which I love stickers, so I will be using the sticker. And here you get the manual, of course, and warranty and how you should always activate your drone and register it. Right here, you get a little tool for if you're running and gunning. Cool little tool to have in your bag. If you have to swap out some propellers, you could easily do it with this little screwdriver. So let's get all these things out the way so we could go to the star of the show, which is the drone itself. So yeah, so super nice. I like the fact that DJI decided to change the color out. And I think it looks cooler, looks a little stealthier. For some reason, it even looks just more professional. Just a nicer look overall. But as you can see, it does come with these nice propeller guards, so that will give you peace of mind if you're flying indoor or if you're flying outdoors in a place that has a lot of obstructions, like a lot of trees or maybe buildings, wires, cables in the way. Then this will definitely help prevent the drone. Sometimes would even prevent it from falling. Like it might bump and keep trucking along. So that's cool. And of course, it protects the drone, and number one, it protects your fingers as well from touching the propellers when handling, because you will be handling this handheld a lot, especially the way I want to use it. I'm not using it with the controllers. That's why I wanted this drone specifically. Right here has a few sensors. So you can see we have a sensor in the front, in the bottom, sorry, in the top back as well, and it has a LiDAR sensor here in the front. Then here on the left, you have a little screen where you can see your options and flight modes indicator, but you will be seeing the battery indicator up here, so I might be wrong about that. Actually, you have the power button up here, and you can also check the battery power. Up here you have the power button, sorry, you have the record button, and here you have two little toggle buttons that you could toggle between modes. When you look at the screen up here, you could toggle between what type of mode you want to shoot, whether you want it to follow you in the front, in the back, or you want a drone. Depending the shot that you want, you'll have the options to do that there. Now, as you can see, the gimbal does come protected with a nice little protective case in the front. You remove that just by squeezing in the top and the bottom, and you get to expose the lens itself. Now, one of the main upgrades that the DJI Neo 2 has done from the original Neo is the fact that now now it has a 2 stabilizer mode. So instead of just doing up and down, now it also does side to side. So you're gonna get way better footage, way smoother footage, and it will also help protect and defend against heavier winds. That's another big plus from the Neo 2. Now let's just go quickly into the specs before I show you guys the footages that I got. Now the sensor size, I believe, is the same sensor, but it does put out better quality from the original Neo. It is a 12 megapixel half-inch sensor, CMOS sensor. Aperture is rated at f2.2. The video quality, now this is a nice bump up, is 4K at 60p and 4K at 100 frames per second, which is super cool for slow motion shots, and 2.7K for vertical video if you're into the whole TikTok and YouTube shorts. Perfect little feature to have for that. Stabilization, like I said, is a 2-axis mechanical gimbal now, and it has electronic stabilization as well, so that's really nice to know. Now for weight, you're gonna get flight and performance. You're gonna get, the weight is only 151 grams, because you could also purchase a receiver back here for when you want to control it with a remote control from one of the DJI Mavic remotes, which is cool if you want to do that. But like I said, you could also control it without the little receiver in the back. You could also control it just with your phone if you're trying to do stuff that doesn't send the drone out too far. Then you don't need the receiver. You don't need to control it with a remote. You could do it all through your cell phone, which I think is super cool. Flight time, they're rating this at around 19-minute flight time. 17 minutes with guards, but in a more realistic real world test, you're probably going to get closer to around 15 minutes. That's more real world. Like I said, I feel like DJI told you 19 minutes and 17 minutes with guards, but that's like in perfect weather, no winds, not a lot of turning the drone and doing any aggressive moves, then you might be able to squeeze out 19 minutes. Not sure. You get 2 different speeds on this drone. You get a normal speed and sport mode. Of course, sport mode will take it a little faster. Obstacle sensing, omnidirectional, and LiDAR, which is super cool, and that will definitely help it keep you tracked no matter what. That's the one thing I love about this drone, is the tracking is top notch so far with my tests. Storage, it has internal storage. For me, it's not really a downside because I didn't even get the extra batteries, because this is those type of things that I just want to grab a quick shot to kind of do an atmosphere shot, show more of the surroundings. That should never take me, at least personally, more than 3 minutes. So 1 battery is more than enough. And the fact that it's 49 gigabytes internal storage, I like it because it's happened to me many times when I go out the house and then I realize that I don't have an SD card in the drone or in the camera because I forgot to put it back in after taking out the footages on my computer. So the fact that it has 49 gigabytes of internal storage, I feel like it's more than enough, and it's also a convenience to have it on the drone. That way you don't have any mistakes. Connectivity, we have Wi-Fi at 500 meters is what they're rating. From the videos I've seen people getting closer to around 150 to 150 meters. Like I said, they do rate it at 500 meters, but that is in perfect ideal conditions when there's not going to be big buildings or high hills or mountains and stuff like that. Then you might be able to get close to the 500 meter distance with that. And the control, like I said, you could control this with your phone, or a new cool feature as well is that you could also control it with your hands by having gestures done, and the LiDAR will see those gestures and it will make the drone react. So you can make the drone go any side, up, down, left, right. That is super cool. That's one of the conveniences that I specifically wanted to purchase this drone, is because I am able now to leave the controller at home, leave the backpack at home, and now I could be a one-man show and record it myself, because I have other drones where I have to either have the controller in my hand. So even if I'm filming myself, I still got to have the controller in my hand, and that just doesn't look good. Now, leave everything at home. Just have the DJI Neo 2 in your pocket. Set it up. Have it follow you, and you're hands-free. You don't have a controller, you don't have a phone, nothing in your hands. It doesn't need any of that. And that was the main reason why I wanted to purchase this bad boy, because it gives me freedom, and it also equals to me using the drone even more because of that. The batteries up here can be detached by pressing 2 buttons on the side. Like I said, I only have 1 battery because that's personally what I need for what I personally bought the drone for. Now, if you're somebody that wants to buy this drone to use it with the remote, and maybe it's a first time drone owner, and I think this is the perfect first drone to own because it's easy to learn, it's easy to manipulate, you're not going to feel intimidated by it, and this is perfect. But yeah, let me just show some footages so you guys can see how it looks, how it performs. Another thing, you don't get any color profile, so you don't have the log profile that DJI usually gives you with the higher end drones. I'm pretty sure that's something that might come in the update, but as of now it doesn't have it. But I was still able to push a little bit with color grading with some LUTs. So I'm going to put some footage so you guys could check it out. Like I said, it does have a little color grading, and I think it looks awesome and amazing. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the video.
Real people don't always shine the brightest. Some will fade before your eyes. I got a tattoo of you on my body, and you're with me all the time. The people who change your life don't always try, and sometimes they won't even know. I got a tattoo of you on my body, and you're with me all the time. I got a tattoo of you on my body, and you're with